Offshore Europe 2015 with Ben van Bilderbeek, who's the Chief Executive of Plexus, and with Fergus Ewing, the Scottish Energy Minister. Ben, if we could just start with yourself. Obviously we're here today, first day of Offshore Europe, but you're launching this new product here for Plexus. Can you give us a few details what the product is and what sort of market you're aiming at?
Yes, thank you for speaking to us on this stand. Today we are introducing what is commonly described as a subsea wellhead system. These are the wellheads that actually are located on the ocean floor, and they are used with drilling rigs that float on the surface. So the wellhead is the end connection from the pipes in the ground onto which the blowout preventer is installed. And of course the systems are used every time somebody has to drill an offshore well, a subsea offshore well. And I don't want to absolutely be right about this, but there must be still in the region of 2,000 wells drilled each year, and the capital cost of a system like this can run into regions of $2 million.
Is it constantly evolving, the technology, Ben? Is it having to keep on top of the technology and find things that can get oil and gas out of situations that probably it gets more and more difficult to get the product out of the sea?
Well, that is true, but it is not just that it is getting more difficult. I think that people are also getting more aware of the risks, and that we therefore need to improve technology, not only to do more and difficult things, but do some of the stuff that we used to do in the past in a better way. And particularly when we're looking at moving into the Arctic, where Plexus is very much focused its technology, we believe that this is a step change, that we finally have arrived at a wellhead system that can be considered as good as all the other connections that go into the ground, so that there is no weak link in the system.
And how important is launching a product like this? I mean, you obviously chose to Offshore Europe to launch this product, Ben. I mean, how important is Offshore Europe to companies?
Well, it's not very often that I get the opportunity to be interviewed, even if it is on the show TV. Perhaps some of these clips go elsewhere, and obviously it's attracting attention from people over here. So, but I think that there has been a lot of whispering about what Plexus was going to come out with at this show, and our wellhead system hasn't been a secret. We have written about it a lot, and of course we are competing against some very, very large companies like GE, FMC Corporation, Aker, Schlumberger now, who have recently bought Cameron. And these companies are multi-billion-dollar corporations, and here our lovely little Scottish company with 140 people believes that we can take them on technically.
If we could just move to yourself, Minister. Obviously you're here for the launch of this product. I guess there's been a lot of a downturn over the last 18 months or so that's hit the oil and gas industry, but I guess the launch of products like this shows there's a long, long life ahead for oil and gas in the North Sea and in Aberdeen.
Well, exactly, and I congratulate Ben and his 150-strong team at DICE in Plexus, who have brought to the Offshore Europe the Python, the new wellhead, which is designed to meet the needs of industry in high-pressure circumstances. And as you say, it's an exemplar of how technology is providing ever more sophisticated and effective solutions. I think within the oil and gas industry, people appreciate that technology is always advancing. I think out with the oil and gas industry, I don't think there's quite an appreciation of just how much progress is made and how much of it is made from SMEs, comparatively small companies like Plexus, in terms of compared with Schlumberger or GE. But growing companies and achieving terrific success, and the entrepreneurialism and the invention and flair of people like Ben and his colleagues throughout the industry bodes very well for the industry and for Scotland.
The theme of this week's event, Minister, is in fact encouraging the next generation to get involved in oil and gas, and encouraging young graduates to say, look, there is a strong future here in the oil and gas industry despite the last 18 months or so. I mean, how important is that to encourage graduates to say, look, you could have a long career, probably a career for your whole life, of working life in this business?
Well, I've been doing that for the last 5 years, and I'll be doing it with the First Minister's permission for the next 5 years. And I've got a 7-year-old daughter. She can have a great career if she so chooses in the oil and gas industry for the rest of her lifetime. And it's very, very important to get the message across that, of course, although we're facing a downturn at the moment, we will emerge from that. It's a cyclical industry. Supply and demand can never be perfectly matched, and therefore the world will continue to need the oil and gas industry for the foreseeable future, and it does terrific things to help advance technology in just about every area in the world. So I'm 100% supporter of the industry, and our concern in the Scottish Government is to help the industry see through the challenges, address the cost challenge, which it is doing, more work to be done there, and continue to provide the supportive framework, especially in tax. The box is never ticked. The UK government shouldn't think that all the answers have been provided. They haven't. We need to do more to encourage a development of the discovered fields, to encourage new exploration so that this wellhead is used to its max, and also to make sure that late life fields continue for the maximum potential safe operation. Premature cessation of production and the so-called domino effect of loss of hubs is one of the biggest challenges facing the sector, and I'm delighted that Andy Samuel and his team are taking that on as one of their key challenges. But overall, I think the mood that I've detected in the engagements I've had thus far is one of determination to meet the challenges that exist at the moment, determination to collaborate, to change working practices and attitudes, bring the cost down to international levels, and thereby secure a future, a sound future for my daughter and for all young people who are smart enough to choose STEM topics and thereby open up great vistas for tremendous careers.